people think when it comes to the Swaminarayan diet, and the way people are kind of set out, especially in like religious, like being religious, it's impossible to achieve result. And Yitendra has proved that wrong. I mean, like from we were just sat here comparing the pictures from when you first started to now, like it's actually crazy the visuals, especially around the midsection here. Like the bloat was crazy. I mean, just so you guys can understand how much Yutendra's made progress, he's went from 88 centimeters all the way down to 80 centimeters around the waist. And not only that, he's developed in many ways, which you guys can understand about today. That's 83.35 to an all-time low at 75 kilo, which is game changing. But Yitendra, what were you like before joining Core Fitness, and what was it you're struggling with the most?
It was well, what I was like, I didn't do any gym, didn't do any exercise apart from walking. I think the best way to put it, with exercise and fitness, I was a bit lost. There was no sort of cohesion, routine within my mind.
Mhm.
And yeah, I didn't know really what to do. And then nutrition wise, I started a few things, done a few things on my own, but again, nothing coupled with the exercise. So yeah, it was all back about before I came over to you guys. Like I think I mentioned in our first call, it was a bit of a mishmash of everything. And I've tried something, tried this, tried that. But yeah, so that's what it was like before I sort of came across to you guys. I was desperate, I think, for just some sort of guidance, vision, and a path. So really good. So I think that's and the biggest thing for me is something that's sustainable and I can use going forward as well. That was my biggest thing.
No, that's amazing. I remember our first call, Yitendra. Like, I feel like what is out there in the fitness industry, especially for like South Asians, it can be very, very
Mhm.
confusing because everyone thinks you have to eat like Doria food, for example, to get to where you want to be. Let's put it into that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But no, like for you, I feel like there was a miscommunication, and obviously you had no experience of even going to the gym. So then
yeah. No proper insurance whatsoever.
it's
There's
crazy to
pretty much
see how
zero.
much you've achieved, my man. That's awesome. But Essential, like what really made you want to decide to join us in particular?
I think you literally caught me at the time where I wanted something to change. So it was two things that happened at the same time. It was, I mean, in two minds about doing something, and I think our path just seemed to cross just at the time where I feel like I needed to do something. And my move to India was a big part of it because if I was in the UK,
Mhm.
time was just not there for me to go out to the gym to do stuff. Here, I still had a little bit more flexibility where I can attend the gym, go to the gym and do stuff. So that was it. So it was just pure coincidence, timing, and I thought it was like a sign basically. So I need to do something.
No, of course. And now it's all paid off.
Yeah.
It's all paid off, right? I mean,
100%.
like, what changes have you seen since starting the program, physically, mentally, and in your daily life?
Like, physically, you can see from the photos you did, right? So, but when you're looking at yourself, you can't see it. But when you put it on the pictures like that, it's like, okay, maybe I've done something. So yeah, there's that. But you just genuinely feel better. I think that just you genuinely feel like, okay, like, I'm not carrying that much weight. I fitted like a medium-sized top, that sort of stuff. That mentally makes a big difference to you. And then just also the knowledge of like I can still eat what I want, do what I want, by just being a bit more sort of mindful around it, and being a bit more sort of like just knowing a bit more about it. So like I said, I can have my children and stuff, but I have a smaller portion rather than a big portion. So that mentally helps. You're not stopping yourself. So across the board, mentally, physically, and like and people that you can't hide away from it. When people say, "Oh, hey, look, you lost a bit of weight," who's not going to love someone saying that to you? No
Yeah.
matter how much they put it away, saying, "No, no, it's not for other people." But you do it for yourself first and foremost. But then other people think, "Oh, yeah, shit, you're just a little bit, you look good." And that feeds you a little bit. Like, oh, I can do something for it.
Of course, and the guys like it's crazy. Like with your Tendra, like it's crazy because a lot of you had a lot of limiting beliefs before even joining the program, and those limiting beliefs like, oh, can I even eat my South Asian food? That's the first thing, and we managed to achieve this transformation on a literally a summer diet, which is included like excellent onions, garlic, all that stuff. A lot of people think, okay, it's impossible, right? And even with you training guys, like Yitendra had never, I'm gonna say this again, had never stepped in a gym before. But what was the difference between Yitendra and everyone else? He was willing to learn, to be a sponge, to absorb information and ask the most questions. And like, even if you were to look at like the foods we're eating, like it's actually crazy. Like we'll still have our paneer, like you said, chevro. Like we were on him, like as you can see from the GIF here, like we were always watching what he was doing. But the beautiful thing about Yitendra, guys, like not only did we not like only make sustainable change, but he was a sponge. He wanted that change, and I have to give you massive credit here because like you've developed across the board, Yitendra. And from the bottom of my heart, like seeing you develop, it's been amazing, bro. And yeah, it's been life changing, bro. But in terms of like the coaching in itself, like what parts of the coaching helped you the most? Was it like the training, nutrition, or the mindset? What would you say if there's one thing to be like, right, like Dylan and Luke helped me this in specifically, what would it be?
I think the biggest thing for me, I think that's going to stay with me the most is the nutritional side. The nutritional side was because that's what's gonna like really help in terms of the knowledge, the food groups, the when to eat. Like the bigger game changer was when Luke says having a savory meal first and then the sweet stuff afterwards. I was like, literally, I can't believe how much that changed my
Hmm.
snacking and stuff like that. So that's when I changed like having a bit of beans and toast or scrambled like paneer up, put that on the bread and stuff. And that was literally a game changer. I wish he told me that like at week 1 or 2. It made a big difference. But no, that was the biggest thing. And then if I was a very, very close second is just getting my ass to the gym and actually doing stuff in the gym. I think the first 3, 4 weeks I was telling you I was buzzing. I was loving going. And something for me to say that was say that I can't remember the last time I was in the gym before I started the program. And so that was a big thing. So very close second. I think nutrition for me is just because it holds a lot more value. I'm a
Mm.
massive foodie. I love eating. I love my food. Love cooking. So that was the biggest thing. And just having that knowledge about what food groups, what has, and the vitamins and supplements and all that sort of stuff.
Of
That
course.
was the biggest thing.
Like nutrition as a South Asian is very, very specific, like our food is made of like flavors, like
Hmm.
the cultural stuff and like especially the Indian diet, what I do see, especially with you when you first started, there's a lot of things all over the place. Lack of protein, lack of fiber. But like ever since we started prioritizing the right foods, and the beautiful thing is, guys, like we didn't switch anything around. We just saw what Yitendra was eating and made the right adaptations to it. And like Yitendra is literally at week 16 and he's going to continue for the rest of his life eating what he wants to eat and knowing what to want to eat. And the beautiful thing as well is it's would you say that's impacted your family too? Like what you're eating on a day to day and like
Yes, literally, because even the kids are more mindful now. So my little one, he has porridge every morning because he sees me having my porridge and stuff like that. So it makes a big difference. Rather than having, a sugar bowl full of sugary cereals and stuff, he's having porridge, honey, and so, which sets him up better for the day. Even when so they'll be a bit mindful. They do take the mix. So I was weighing my food at the start, so they were like, "Oh, Dad, that's too much. You're having too much. You can't weigh that. Why you weigh? You need to weigh it first before you have it." So they do take the piss a bit, but
yeah,
it just shows that what I was doing, not that none of it was enforced on them. They just naturally pick it up themselves.
of course, bro. Like when you step into that reality as a father as well, like everyone around you will do that. But especially your training as well, like you went from zero knowledge to then understanding how to train in the gym and execute at a decent standard as well. I remember when
Yeah,
like Yitendra first started with me, like his limits in belief, like even if you were to just look back on the videos, was like, how do I even perform a movement? How do I even go to the gym? And like I remember you said to me before, like you would go to gym like once and then just never go back again. But like we just developed your knowledge from like being able to understand how to execute and train across the board, which allowed you to develop. But like in terms of the training side of things as well, like how did you find that?
massive. It was a game changer because, like I said, I had zero knowledge. I didn't know what I was doing. So with the video clips and the form clips and the reviews and your sort of feedback on it made a massive difference. And it was just the little things. I think the biggest thing that stuck out for me was the tricep. Instead of just pulling it out, like, what is this crap?
Using
This
the
is when
elbows.
you told me you can't move your elbow, hold your
Yeah,
hands up,
yes.
pull it out. I'm like, okay, shit, now it hurts. But I'm doing the opposite of it. I'm just there pulling shit down. So it's all those things, but those things will
Yeah,
make a difference.
of
And
course.
it's when you can actually feel. I think I said to you a few times, I'm not feeling anything, so I must be doing something wrong. And
Mm.
that's a mentality. Whereas before, you were just carried on doing, like, not having any benefit from it. The
Yeah,
training is massive on the feedbacks and the form clips. And whoever does sign up with you, that's one thing I'll say is make sure you get your form clip. I think I've done it every single one, so it makes a
yeah,
big
that's
difference.
it. And this is why Yitendra's come so far. Like everything I've set out for you to do, you've done it, and you've asked a lot of questions. What separates you from everyone else, and why you've succeeded is you're a sponge, bro. You're asking the most questions, and we are people that actually genuinely want to help you. Hence why you've developed so much, right? So like Yitendra, have you obviously? Would you say you've tried programs in the past? I can't remember like. If you
It
haven't,
wasn't
what
a
was
program.
different?
It was more sort of a self sort of things, picking up a protein, high protein, low carb diet and stuff like that. That's what it was. It wasn't like a full on set program. This was the first time I've ever tried it.
Okay, awesome. And okay, say my name is Darshan, yeah, and random Indian name. And I was Swaminarayan in your shoes, right? And I was on the fence of joining. And I'm like, oh, do I join these guys? Do I not join? Like, what would you say to Darshan that's sitting on the fence of joining?
And I'd tell him 100% to go for it. Don't know, and even if you just to go in there, try it, get in the get the structure, get the routine, get the knowledge, and then it's one of those things. Until you jump into something, you're never going to know. And I think I was on the fence for a few weeks about it as well. But I'm so glad I did it, and you can make it work. You've got whether you're on a Swaminarayan diet or not, it makes a difference, and it's you've got the willingness and the drive to want to do it. You guys are there to back us and take us forward. So I'll tell Darshan, go for it 100%. On the Swaminarayan diet, there's so much you can still do. You've got the paneer, you've got the tofu. Like I said, doing it without onion and garlic. And I did it with going to all the utsavs, I had massive family weddings. I still managed. I think I dropped weight at the wedding. It's been back, came back,
Yeah.
lots of weight. So yeah, I tell him not to. If that was me, Team Darshan, 100% go for it. No questions asked.
Yeah. No, no, I really appreciate the comments. I remember the times at the weddings, I'll be like, yo, like make sure you pick this and not go for that. There's certain strategies we put into place, but you still
Yeah.
enjoyed your life. But like what would you think like what do you like about our program the most? In just in general, bro. Like what would you say is like I love this the most about us?
So I like the group as well. Because then it's not just about the training and stuff. I think I mentioned this on the first call I had with you. It wasn't just all about the training and the food. It was also about the mental aspect. And you focus on that. You have to get your 10 pages in. You have the little challenges and stuff. It's almost like right word refreshing. It's not just about the exercise and what you eat and stuff. It's all about okay. Look, I've never journaled in my life, and I'll be honest, my journaling wasn't the best. I've
Yeah,
got it. I still got it. I'll take it out. It's there, but it's not. You're not just about the fitness. And I think I said that to you on the first call. I said I really want to sign up because of that mental aspect of it. I know if you remember from the first call where we had, I was all over the place. I still am to a certain extent, but I'm still better. I think I've got a lot better with it. The walks, the reading, it all helps to sort of bring it down. And then having access to that group, obviously, just looking at people doing it, all the other challenges and stuff, it helps. It pushes you, it drives you to want to do more.
exactly that. And like guys, just so you understand what this group is about, like we have a group of all of our clients around the world. Yitendra's in India right now. We've got clients in like Netherlands, Spain, Thailand, you name it. But the thing is, like for me, this community is you are who you surround yourself with. Yitendra's won many challenges as well. But when you're in a group surrounded by other individuals that are pushing forward, whether that's reading, self-development, all this stuff here, is gonna there he is, monthly challenge winner for the steps. But yeah, this is what it's about, like just being surrounded by other people, and that's the extra bit that really pushes you. And for me as a coach, it's very important that we have weekly calls, weekly challenges, to not only build a community but you are surrounded by who you are surrounded by at the end of the day. And like for you as well, Yitendra, I noticed there was a massive gap in the mindset and like how you speak to yourself in day to day. Are you educating yourself? And like journaling is something that we prioritize as well. Because for you to even transform here, Yitendra, like it didn't lead from just a training and nutrition plan. It leads from up here. It's in the mind. It's what really takes you to a whole new level. And yeah, seeing you develop, bro, it's been the best thing. But how do you feel about and like how did you feel about investing in yourself now? Like how do you genuinely feel looking back on how far you've come?
Looking at the pictures, I've never looked back at them. So you just because on the app you're just uploading and you're just doing
Yeah,
the
yeah,
check-in.
yeah.
It's quite humbling without blowing your own trumpet. It's like she actually made some progress, you know. I think I said to you a few times with that program, I was like, well, nothing's changing. And it's like, no, look, it is. You can see it, but I need to switch from that sort of mentality of progress is there, it's happening, it's changing in different ways. You might not see it every day, but your body's getting, like I said, body's getting used to it, body's changing, developing, and stuff like that. So, this is an investment for the rest of your life, man. It's not just a one-time thing. The knowledge that you gain from it, like I said, how to eat, what to eat, where to eat, and all that sort of stuff, it makes a big difference.
Mm,
But yeah,
helpful, helpful, bro. And the craziest thing is like I've worked with like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and I will say this to you, like just to remind you, like I've sold not sold to, in particular, like I set a reality for you, and you stepped into that reality, and like what a lot of people kind of get confused about is they think it's impossible, but it's not. All it is us two having that communication to go back and forth. You relaying information to me, I'm relaying information to you,
Mhm.
working hand to hand to move forward. And a lot of people think they want to join the program and expect results straight away. No, you won't. It's all about the communication between ourselves and the
Yep.
sustainability here, Yitendra. That's the most important thing. And I'm happy to see that you're going to continue this for the rest of your life. But like in terms of what's next for you, but yeah, what's next for you after you've done this transformation now?
It's just to keep it going, really. I just try to manage it as best as I can, getting into better habits, good habits, and then just sort of pushing on and carrying on, not letting myself go like to the state I was before. And I still have, even though I'm not on the pro, I won't be on the program much more, but you'll be there in the back of my head when I'm eating stuff like, yeah, where's your protein, bro?
Where's
Where's,
the- I
where's
do
your protein? Make,
that.
make sure you keep your elbows in, pull out. So yeah, you'll be there. I'll have your voice. I'll have your voice and your video clips and stuff on the back of my head. Say like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah. Honestly, it's not. It's just not to stop it, but just to take off. The whole point was this to do the little things to sustain it throughout the rest of my life. Now, I think that's what I'm going to take forward. I think for sure, just to keep it going.
100%, bro. Like as a like us as men will have a lot of things going on in our life, but the most important thing is you invested in yourself, you know the education to continue this for the rest of life. And like I just want to say, bro, like from the bottom of my heart is it's been a pleasure. It's been a really
Nice,
big pleasure. I'm very
nice,
excited for
awesome.
what's coming up for you. But no, I appreciate the insights to show other people what is actually capable when you put your mind to something and you're the byproduct of that. So thank you so much, Yitendra.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the help.